Alright, hello everybody, and we're going to do a quick, simple tie here for you scouts for a fly fishing merit badge. This is something that you don't need any special tools for. You need two parts to make the fly, a hook. In this case, I have a size 12 curved hook, barbless. I always like barbless. I recommend you guys to buy barbless if you can. Otherwise, smash down the barbs, both for the fish and for yourselves. The other ingredient is wool yarn, and this is indeed wool, a natural material. If you can get wool, your craft store, department store, craft section, even it's better than the synthetic. But if all you can get is synthetic, then get it. Color wise, I would stick to natural colors. This is one that is like a brownish black gray. It's going to get darker when it's wet, but you obviously could use just a straight black yarn, or a dark brown yarn as well. And we're not going to use thread or anything for this. We're going to use super glue to hold everything together. Now you can do it in hand like this, or if you have hemostats or a clamp kind of tool like this, you could use that as well. I'm going to just do it in my hand. So let's get the focus to pick up on the fly there, the hook. All right. So the easiest way to start this off, and again, we're not going to use thread so we don't have to tie anything down, is a little super glue. And I'm going to put a little dab of super glue up here near the eye of the hook. And that's going to hold everything together. Now super glue, let's get the focus back on. There we go. Super glue dries with pressure. So I'm just going to loop the yarn on there like that and hold it for a few seconds. And that should lock it into place. And you got this tag end. I'm going to move the tag end just off to the side here for a second, but the super glue is gripping that now, right? Let's see how close I can get to the camera while it remains focused. There we go. And then I'm going to just wrap this other end around, and I'm going to create a ball here. Focus. Look at that. All right, and then I'm gonna make the ball near the head there a little bit bigger, and then I'm gonna wrap down to near the end of the hook bend. Hopefully you can see that in my hand there. Now, actually I'm gonna go back. Now that I see this, I want this ball up here at the front to be a little bit bigger. All right. See, I made the ball. Sorry, it's hard to look at the camera and at my fingers at the same time. It's a little easier with a vise, but you don't need one. So now I'm gonna wrap down towards the bend of the hook and just hold that yarn there. All right, so we got that tag end and we got this tag end. You can ignore this tag end for now. What I'm gonna do at this point is go back to my super glue and just gonna clean the brush off a little bit because I don't want too much. And I'm gonna put a little dab of glue there. And then I'm gonna grab this section and come around tight onto that super glue. Hold it for a few seconds, and that super glue has locked that into place. Okay. Now, I'm gonna cut off here the the part that I was wrapping, because I kind of locked it off onto the side. So let's do that. Little scissors in there, cut that off. Now you sort of see how you have a tail here, right? I'm gonna unwind it a little bit. So, you know, these yarns are made with you know, several strands wound together. So if you unwind it a little bit, hopefully you can, whoops, see this. I'm gonna completely separate it so you can kind of see it. Let's get in there with something. So you see, hopefully you can see, once it focuses in, that we have two different strands of yarn here. So what Chris Stewart says, and this is, you know, his fly pattern, he's the originator of this, is to cut one of them off and then take the other one. I'm gonna let it focus, and then you just pull, and you get that kind of action there. And we can cut the other one off. Just quickly to show you, sorry my hands and so forth were getting in the way, so I decided to move the fly to a clamp and fix up that tail, so you can see how it finishes out. So, you know, yarn body a little bit bigger of a bowl right over here, and then when you pull the yarn out in the back, you get this fuzzy tail. And it's basically super glued under there, and everything's tight and taut and good to go. All right, thanks.